Hey, amazing capstone students. How are you? I am just recording this video for week 6, and I will post it to content under the videos, and I will label it weeks 5 and 6 because it'll just sort of count for last week when I send out, I think, 2 announcements. So you are at week 6, which means that you have less than 10 weeks left to complete this project. Um, Most of you are on track or ahead of that timeline. Remember that the timeline is there to keep you on track. Um, and that we find most students are successful if they stay within 1 week of the timeline. That allows for opportunities to go on vacation or take a week off due to any other personal reason. And that usually works pretty great. We did have a student complete the entire capstone project, and he is enjoying his summer. So it is possible to get pretty far ahead. And basically, what he and I did was he would complete an assignment, I would offer feedback or accept it, and then he just kept rolling. And I know he's super happy with how his project turned out. I know his school's happy, and it looks like they're going to actually be using his school improvement plan to do some work in the fall. So that's the best case scenario, guys. For those of you that are doing action research, I have approved everybody's IRB in this class, and I only have one other IRB that needs to be approved in the other 2 sections. So getting through the IRB process is super, super important when you're doing action research. So those of you that are doing it, you are totally approved to move forward and collect your data or start using the data that you have previously collected. So you will be all set for that. Those of you doing school improvement plans, you're just going to start working through those sections, and that'll be your next big phase. But for everybody, in week 6, everybody does the literature review subheadings project, which is to take the themes that you are going to use in your literature review. Those are those big chunk sections. And you are going to decide what those sections are going to be about, give them a heading, and then under each heading, you are going to list all of the sources that you're going to use. So I'm just going to pull this up right here for you to see. This is the proposal that you will turn in. And so this is just sort of a template or a guide. And you're going to list subhead number 1 right there. And then under it, you're going to have all of those references. So you're going to delete the text that is there on the screen. Let me see my cursor. Yeah, you'll delete this text. And you're going to reference 4 more peer-reviewed journal articles under that section. Those are the studies that you're going to use to support that section. So for example, we have a student that was looking at reading programs and how reading can be used for MTSS and intervention. And so one of the sections that they're going to be talking about are the different programs. What's the research into those different programs like Reading Recovery and Benchmark and EL Education, all those things. So they are going to have research that supports those programs in that section about programs, research-based programs for intervention. The other big section that they were working on for their project was who provides the intervention, who is responsible. And they had all kinds of research studies that looked at when the special educator is involved, when the special educator is not involved, when the administrator becomes involved, when there's a reading specialist that's involved, like all those different ways, how it's scheduled, all those different things would all go into that section. And within each section, you should have at least 4 or more of your studies. You can repeat studies in different sections if they had things about different themes in the same article. That's 100% fine. But you can't just have one author supporting an entire section of your lit review. So what you're basically going to do this week, if you're on track, is to turn in this document, and you will be ready for me to give you feedback on that. Also, most of you, I believe, are in the template now. If you are not, this is just a reminder that you're supposed to be in the template, and the templates are there. And I want to say all but just maybe 2 of you are not in the template yet. So that's great. That will get you there, and you will be all set. Just another reminder, I'm going to come up here and show you an announcement that I sent out in week 5. And I'm still seeing students that are turning in introductions, for example, that do not comply with the component document. The component document was listed in Blackboard, and we talked about how to use it, and each part of the component is like an outline. And so this one is the action research component. And so if you look at the introduction, which is supposed to be 1 to 3 pages, and really the best introductions are around 2, maybe, around 2. So it tells you what each paragraph should have. Okay, right there. So when I'm getting introductions that don't have that, I'm just assuming that you haven't looked at this document. And so I will go ahead and zero it out and send it back to you, and even include the component document for you. And there's one for school improvement and a different one for action research. That's just super duper important, guys, okay? So that is all I have for you for today. Please be aware that I'm available to meet either by phone or over Zoom, and I do pray for you by name every single day. So know that I'm out there, and I care about you and your success. Looking ahead, I just want you to be aware that I will be on vacation from the 14th through the 21st and will not have internet access. I will not even touch Capstone during that time. And I may not even see email. So that will be when I come back. I will grade when I return. Now, that'll take me a couple of days if you submit during that time. But I'm hoping to maybe have everything graded that is submitted by the 23rd. My suggestion is don't submit anything. Take that as your week off, or submit a lot of things in week 8, or submit a lot of things in week 10. You're certainly welcome to submit in week 9. Just know that it's going to sit there for that week, okay? So also the other thing I want you to notice is for each of the types of projects, there'll be an assignment. Oop, I got a little typo there. I need to fix. So this should say week 8. So you'll look for week 8 action research or week 8 school improvement. And if you'll notice, the dates are the same. It's just that the assignments are different. So we went ahead and did a special module just for that. And you'll see that go on for a while. Okay? All right. You are getting it done, and I am super impressed. Keep moving forward. Take feedback and just address and move on. This class, unlike any other sections I've had, is accepting feedback and then almost automatically, like immediately addressing it, making the changes and resubmitting. Like so soon, definitely within, hours of getting the feedback, which is keeping you moving forward. So that's pretty impressive. I'm really impressed with that. And you're reaching out to me if you have a question. So anyways, welcome to week 6, and take care.